Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Now that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know if you're new to my channel, I like to go deep within my readings. I like to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experiences. So you need to keep that in mind when listening. And if ever you want to enter into winning a free reading with me or get a reading from me, part of your reading is going to be shadow reading. So you have to be open, and you also have to be open to getting the reading live if you enter into winning a free reading and I choose you, because I believe in spiritual law, what's best for everyone, and collectively, someone hearing the reading could benefit someone. So that's why I do that. It's not just, I get to spotlight the channel and you get a free reading. But like I said, the readings are healing. So those two things you have to be open to. Now you also have to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You have to subscribe to the channel because you wouldn't know whether you got chosen or not if you don't, because I write the word winner underneath your comment. And then you will have to reach out to me through email to let me know that you won, which channel you found me on, and the days and times that work for you. Now, I also would like to invite you to check out my Psychic Soul Healer coaching program. There, I offer inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to heal the effects of trauma. And we'll always open up each coaching session with the trigger of the week. And so, it's normal, like when we go through experiences, to have anxiety, to feel alone, to like I said, have it a lot of times debilitate us. So having support is really important, and learning from the experiences that are actually happening in your life today. And we do that through reparenting. We learn that through integration. We learn that through transmutation. Transmutation is the final stage, and that's when we're manifesting with that energy, because you can't just get rid of negative energy. That energy can be used as creative energy, but it can't be used as creative energy until you have awareness of why the experience is happening. Now you say, how is it creative energy? Well, your emotions make you do things, right? So your emotions are just energy in motion. So when you have a spiritual block, it's very draining. It's very like, I'm tired, because there's a lot of mind chatter. There's a lot of emotional shit that comes up. And then what happens is that we feel stuck. So, and we are stuck. Our energy is stuck. That's what a block is. And we can actually feel that tension in our body, sometimes in our neck and in our shoulders. Well, it's again because you're an energy being and there's a spirit inside of you. And not to mention, the air that you breathe is also known as spirit. It's prana. It's also known as the Holy Spirit, and that spirit is ubiquitous, which it means everywhere. And that energy, when you breathe it in, it has to circulate through you, work through you. So again, it's supernatural energy. That's why when we know when people get sick, what happens is that they lose their energy, right? Well, that's the thing. And the reason why that happens is, again, we get old, but also if we're spiritually sick. Spiritually sick is psychologically and emotionally sick, because you're only in physical form to learn and to manifest. So your spirit, which is known as consciousness. So again, if we're coming from a low vibrational consciousness, and it's because we've gone through trauma that hasn't been integrated. And so we tend to relive the same experiences over and over and over again, which is what makes us perceive ourselves a certain way. Usually defective, not good enough, not have keeps us in a place of disempowerment, which again is the opposite energy of your true energy, which is that supernatural energy known as love, unconditional love. It's the energy that connects us to each other, and it's the energy that connects you to your creator. Again, so understand you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and transmutation is actually taking that energy and transforming it into something that represents unconditional love, something that is you're passionate about, something that means something on an emotional level. So that's the transmutation, because we get to see a different outcome, a different perception. There's many different uh, there's many different realities that play in at one time. Your level of consciousness will determine what you manifest. Most people are not coming from their right level of consciousness. So on this channel, I always hope to educate, and I do that through explaining. All right, now if we're ready, let's jump right on in, Virgo, and see what's going on. Let's see what the underlying energy is. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It's good karma, you know, the spiritual channel. All right, disgust. Got that one not too far ago. Or was it too long ago? I think. I feel like, well, if it was this channel, that I feel like the other day the person was discussing with themselves. Now I feel like this person who I'm tapping into is not actually discussing with themselves. They're disgusted with the environment that they're in. They're disgusted with just a little bit with themselves, but really with the people around them, because they're blaming their state, why they're not feeling good, why their life doesn't look good, because of the people that are around them. And they're actually looking at them and they're like, oh, who am I surrounded myself with? And it's like, it's almost like they were asleep for so long. And it's almost like, and they were, because what I feel is they took care of a bunch of people. And I don't know whether this is family. I don't know whether it's like friends. I don't know whether it's a business, but this person took care of a lot of people. And what they're seeing is that they were so stuck in their ego because they felt good about taking care of everybody. They felt important. They were making a lot of money. They were able to create the persona that they were wealthy. They were able to give the persona that they were powerful. They were able to give the persona that they were so well looked after, loved, like wanted almost. Like that this person had a big ego, so that they didn't even notice that the people that were around this person were not really like treating them well. They didn't really notice that, you know, they weren't taking care of the things that they should have been taking care of, like in their own business, in their own life. So there is a little bit of disgust in the fact that they didn't show up for themselves, but they're mainly, like I said, blaming the people that are around them. And I think it's because they put up with a lot of shit. It's almost like I feel like this person is like, and I put up with so much shit that I didn't even want to be here. And now because I stayed and I did the right thing, I'm getting screwed over. And I feel like you have something to do with that. And it's like, I trusted the wrong person. Um, I just feel like this person is disgusted with themselves because they didn't reach out to you. They didn't tell you what was going on, because again, that would kind of blow the jam up, that they're not as wealthy, that they're not as powerful, that they're not as desirable. So it's almost like they're just disgusted in their situation, just all of it from all different angles. And I feel like that, like with you, it's almost like this person goes in and it has a bunch of different feelings. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like 1 minute they'll be like, I miss you. And then on another level, it's like, I can't believe that you're not affected by any of this that's going on. Almost like if they would have lured you in, or you would have accepted hanging out with them or spent time with them, you would have been part of their like bullshit somehow, and that you escaped that, and that your life is good. So they're a little bit angry at that, and it's because they're not in a good place. So it's again, they're just, again, this is the underlining energy. And because I feel like they feel all different energies, but it's like mainly like mad. They're not even sad about whatever they lost. They're just disgust, like bad. And that's the energy. And I think it's because they're coming out of grief. And it's because for a long time they tolerated people in their life that they did not really want to tolerate. They they bit the they bit the bullet. They dealt with it. But now it's almost like that things are falling apart and these people stab them in the back and are almost looking at them and being like, I'm so I can't be here. It's like for so long, you guys made me feel as if I'm selfish if for doing the right thing, when really it's like it's not selfish. This person was almost like brainwashed that they are a selfish human being if they don't do. So they're in a place of sorrow and sadness because they really feel like they don't know what to do with the situation between you and them. And so and the reason why they stayed away, I believe, is because the people that surrounded them kind of like really wore this person's self-esteem down. They criticized them a lot, made them feel not worthy, not good enough. And so, like, this person doesn't really even know who they are. And it's because they stagnated themselves, staying connected to these people. I don't know. I feel like for some people, it's a family that this person is like breaking away from. Some it's like a work situation. It's like I said, it's almost like just a group of people. And this tends to happen when we evolve. When we evolve, what we notice is that certain people can't stay in our life any longer. Now you might say, how do I know when I evolve? A person evolves like when they've they want to go out and into a business venture unto themselves, and they do that, and they're well, now all of a sudden they're confident in their business, they're confident in a place where they were not confident at. So again, the transmutation is that the person actually created themselves with the part of themselves that they had a shadow, and the shadow is a part of themselves that they've detached from, and detached from because they thought it was defective, when really it wasn't defective, it was just not developed due to the fact that this person didn't go out into the world and experience life. So again, they evolve. So they're again have been in their business for a long time. They know how to make money. They're very confident in that. They don't have an issue with that. What they have an issue with is that they don't have really a social life. They don't really have relationships. What I see is they had relationships that were toxic, but they don't have like intimate relationship. And I feel like this person has done a lot of healing, whether they've known it or not. They might have not done it by sitting there reading spiritual material, because I don't feel like this person's spiritually evolved, which is psychologically and emotionally. Feel like they again are depleted emotionally and psychologically. However, they are very book smart, they're very business savvy, so they do bring something to the table. So like I said, I feel like they're looking around at the people that they're surrounded with, they're like, who am I surrounding myself with? And partially it's because these people that were connected to this person, whether it's family or business, whatever, it's kept them in a very low vibration, to the point that this person in their spare time kind of did low vibrational things, which would be go to their local watering hole, which bar, and drink and hang out with people that do nothing but drink, or, stay doing things again where instant gratification in a low vibe. But that's how the people that surround themselves, they had surrounded themselves with, pretty much are. And I feel like, it's like all of a sudden they've woken up, but they've woken up mainly because of betrayal, because of that. And so when this person was with you, because I feel like you're in separation from them now, and I feel like it's just due to like where they are. But when they were, again, they were giving too much to those other people. They were being dutiful to those other people, giving too much, neglecting their own needs. And in order to like pacify these people, that's why I'm saying it's like, they're disgusted with themselves because they stayed, but they're disgusted with the people that they gave their love to, almost like they're like, I sacrificed my own happiness for you people. I sacrificed my life. I held on to you people. I didn't need to like carry you people. I don't need to be here. It's like where it's again, because now they're seeing that those people didn't really have their best interests. So I don't know whether this is a karmic too. So because some of you might be connected to someone that was in a relationship with someone and they were like, the relationship was over, but they stayed to help, that person out. But meanwhile, the person didn't need the help. They just did it to like trip up your person so that they couldn't leave. Again, making them feel bad, making them feel responsible. Again, this is where the criticism came in, like making them think, well, how can you leave? How could you leave if they have children? Why are you leaving? Making this person feel hopeless and sad as if they couldn't. That's for some. For others, it's a group of people, again, where it's like they have a business and it's like, I'm keeping this thing together, but I don't want to be here. I'm doing it for you guys. And in that, you knew what I was doing, but you stabbed me in the back. So you stabbed me in the back and I lost everything. I feel like this person getting very choked up, very emotional, because it's almost like disgust to the point of when you're just so mad that you cry. That's what I feel like. This person's so mad. Is again because of their own insecurity. And that's what you felt. You were like, how can I yell at this person? They feel like they need to do the right thing by that person. But you're like this, that, and they're being manipulated. They've got to be manipulated. Or if you didn't know, some of you guys didn't know, but you could tell that this person, maybe you thought that they just weren't confident in themselves to assert themselves to do more with you. But it's again, no, this person didn't feel good. It was in a way, the people that they were connected to, again, criticized them for so long, beat them down. Or if it was the karmic beat them down to the point that they can't even think for themselves anymore. They don't know, again, whether should stay or whether they should go, and not because, again, there's feelings, but because it's the right thing to do. You can't take care of yourself. I feel like this person, whoever this person is, they're attached to somebody that, again, acts like a damsel in distress. Or if they're, again, a guy, it's a danzo in distress. I don't know what you would call a gigolo in distress. Nah, like somebody that is again just, I can't help myself. I need you here. I need you here. And so again, it played on your person's like their ego a little bit. Again, I need to be important. I like that importance. So this person knows how to play them. And that's really what it is. And that's also another reason why person again is disgusted, because they're like, I see now how you manipulated me this whole freaking time. That you didn't need me here. You didn't want me here. You knew that I wanted to be somewhere else. You knew I had someone else waiting. And that person's like, damn straight. And so are these other people. They're like, damn straight, almost like, we own you. Or that karmic, I own you. So that's why, again, your person's disgusted, because they're like, like I was so stupid to not even see it. Yeah, and they felt like almost felt like they were constrained, like that's what you felt like. You're like, they're not, it's nothing that this person did to you, but they couldn't give you anything. And that was the whole point. The whole point was that the karmic was like, oh no, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not leaving me for somebody else. And those, if it was a group of people, it was like, oh no, you're not going to leave and then take whatever it is that you built here for all of us. You're not going to do that. Or you're not going to leave and stick me with this problem. Again, this person was seen as a means to an end for a lot of people, for whatever it was. And so it was like, oh no. And so now what happened is that karmic knew every single game to play. But in that, what I feel is that they exposed themselves. And now it's a different game, because before, when your person was naive, they felt bad, and they felt bad due to their own insecurity, due to the fact that they're not, again, they were able to be tricked, and the karmic knew every button to push. So it played on their ego, played on their love for money, played on their need for power. Like I said, this is where your person, I feel like at one time you met this person. Again, like I said, so that was the beginning energy. So now it's making a lot of sense to me. So the karmic knows this person very well. And that's why the person's disgusted. They're disgusted because of that. And I feel like they did pull in other people. The karmic might have said that, like, I still feel that I'm losing control. So let me pull in other people, whether that's family, whether that's whatever they needed to do to hold on to the situation. Almost like the karmics, like, I win, I always win. You're not going anywhere. And um, that's why your person's disgusted, because now they see. They're like, you don't really want to be with me. You want to be with what I have. Or you don't really want to be with me. You just don't want to see me happy. You don't want to see me, like, you treat me as if I am your property. And that's why, again, then now they're like, no, you're not only gonna like do that, but I'm gonna make it very difficult for you to get out of the situation. Whether that's you're gonna have to pay a lot of money, whether you're not gonna have a place to live. I'm gonna create issues. See, at first, your person act dutiful because they were being tricked, but now they're constrained, because that karmic needed time, or the group of people needed time, hoping that whoever is waiting or whoever is attached is going to give up, because so much time has gone by. It's again, and so I feel like your person has a lot of, like, again, anxiety now, because they never saw this coming. They trusted. They trusted the karmic. They thought, yeah, maybe we didn't work out, but we still got along. We were still friends. No, the karmic was never really friends with this person. It's more ownership. It's more like your person stuck in a narcissistic trauma bond connection, that Now they see what they're in, where they didn't see what they were in before. Because like I said, I feel like their situation was done. They just got tricked into it again, was manipulated. That karmic knew every button to push. So I'm gonna make you feel bad. I'm gonna make you feel needed. I'm gonna make you feel again, and like the Jezebel spirit, almost like I'm gonna make you alluring. I'm gonna make you feel again, but just to keep you stuck, and because whoever's there eventually is gonna give up, or they're gonna get mad. I know that, that person's gonna get mad. It almost makes me feel like, oh, like, oh yeah, you think that that person's gonna get mad? Well, that you should take that person back, your person back, and regardless, just to be like, to help the person out, because if they were fucked up to you, they're fucked up because they're connected to someone that's fucked up. That again they've repeatedly tried to get away from this person, is what it looks like. And but never really tried hard and would blame themselves. Like, well, maybe it just didn't work out. This time they really tried to get out, and they just trusted the wrong person. And so trusted the wrong people. And that's why they're disgusted. They're like, I can't believe I've been sitting here doing for you this whole time and not living, and you stab me in the back. You don't fucking care about me. And that's why I feel like they're so involved in that their mind is there. That's why you don't feel them, because they're just so beside themselves. They're so disgusted. Like that's a perfect word. They're just so disgusted. How they feel. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to be your partner after all this. Because they're like looking at their life and they're like, how the fuck would I get like involved in this situation? It's like everybody else, when they break up, they break up. I'm stuck with this crazy ass person that like won't let me leave. It's like doesn't care that I don't love them, doesn't care. They're like, I own you. And it's like really crazy. And where these people, like everybody else may start a business, they can go on with their life. I get these people that are like want to destroy me. Like they're just disgusted. They're like, who are these people? And it's like, and then who are you? Who are you? That's what they're like, who am I now? That's what they're like. And they're like, you're probably like, who are you? And that's because you're not around me. So who are you? Who are you? Are you the person that you said that you were? So it's again, that's why they're nervous and they want to talk to you. But they're afraid because they're like, oh, I'm going to open up my mouth and tell you like I got trapped in here. You're not going to believe me. I'm going to look like an asshole. It's like, it's so much time. I was just trying to do the right thing, but then you're gonna probably say, well, you did the right thing by that person, but you didn't do the right thing by me. And again, they're gonna be like, agreed, but they felt obligated. And so it's again, that they're so confused. I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So again, whatever you're doing, see, um, it's not just, I feel like you're someone that supports yourself. You're someone that, is that very self-sufficient. That karmic is not. And so this is why the karmic is not, and I feel like the group of people, if it's a group of people, they're not. So the thing is, whatever you're doing, and it seems like you're very independent, that you beat to your own drum, that you have your own business or whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever you're into, they feel as if they could be a part of that, that they can contribute to that. This is why I said this person is business savvy. They're not smart relationship wise. They're actually like very handicapped because they again are very insecure. So the thing is, this person has evolved in one area of their life, but they need help in the other area of their life, which I feel like they feel as if you can help them with that. But they also like, I don't really want you to look at me as if I need to be coached. I want you to look at me like as if I'm your equal, but I don't know if you're gonna like me because like look at look at this experience. Look at the issues that I get myself into. I'm trying to figure out this connection. I've never experienced anything like it before, to the point that, listen, everyone's trying to stop me from being in a connection with you, and I can't stop wanting to be in a connection with you because I've never felt anything like it before. It's like no matter what I go through, I feel like I'm still connected. And I just feel like I've known you before, and it makes me want to change my life, and it makes me want to have my own life. And it just inspires me, and whatever it is that you're doing, wow, that seems great too. And I just want to be part of your world. I close my eyes and I imagine you're here with me, and it feels so real. I'm beginning to understand this is what it means to be in the 5D with you. Again, probably possibly because you both acknowledged each other's, hey, like this is a spiritual connection. They felt like it was a spiritual connection and they didn't really understand it. Like a soulmate, or like again, or who knows what the fuck that is. But then, people explained it to them and they still probably didn't get it. But now that they're in separation from you and they are like, oh, I just really want to talk to you, and I want to be around you because it's your character. I feel like it's the fact that you're a high vibe person. It's the fact that you're your own person, and whatever it is that you're doing, it's like this person is like, I just know that I can be a part of your world and add to it. I know this is more than a relationship and that there is a higher purpose to our connection. Like, I just know that we're supposed to be together. I just know it. Because it sure as fuck isn't this. Whatever it is that I'm in right now, this 3-ring circuits around these crazy fuckers, it's not this. I know that for a fact. Maybe I couldn't tell and I was manipulated in the beginning, but now my eyes are open and I see the difference between crazy, and that's why it said the jig is up for the karmic, because for so long they were always able to manipulate that your person would kind of blame themselves and say, well, maybe I didn't really like that person, or maybe I didn't. But with you, they're like, I still have feelings for you. I still have feelings for you. And this whole time I'm watching this crazy bitch. Now I see the manipulative way that what they're doing. I see it all. I see it all. My eyes are open and I can see the difference. I see the difference between you and everybody. And whatever it is that you're doing, you're inspiring me. This person is very logical, analytical, they're business oriented. Whatever you're doing is exciting them. And they're like, I want to be a part of that world. I don't want to be a part of this world. I don't want to be a part of this world. I don't want to be attached to any of you people. You people disgust me because you don't really care about me. I want to be a part of this world. That's what this person is. And they're like, and I'm 99.99999% sure that I'm supposed to be doing whatever it is with this person, which is you. I know it. I'm seeing synchronicities like your name, 1-1, and working out what they mean, because literally I'm praying and I'm asking the divine for guidance. I am asking the divine for guidance, and I don't even do this kind of stuff. That's what I feel like I'm saying, but no one's around me because I don't have any more friends and I don't really have anything, that I am calling in the divine and asking for help in this situation because I am emotionally handicapped. That's what I feel like. This person is like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I sound like an idiot. I look like an idiot. It's like, because any turn that I could have made that could have fixed this, of course, I made it worse because I thought it would be better not to say anything until after. But that person kept putting obstacles in my way that here we are, it's a long time later, and I was stupid. This person was playing me. I thought I was helping them. I thought that they needed me. I thought that I was doing the right thing. Person never needed my help. They're only manipulating me. They had, and now I see their manipulation, and I'm so disgusted. I'm disgusted by all of you. Again, I can't validate our love in the 3D until I understand our spiritual love in 5D. Give me time to explore this aspect so I can be a strong spiritual partner for you. Which means they already know. They're like, now that they understand what 5D is, they're like, oh shit, this is what 5D is. And now what they're saying is, my character isn't good. It's like, look how I've surrounded myself with. Look, birds of a feather flock together. At one time, this person didn't notice, remember. And now they're like, they're seeing like how much they sacrificed. And really, that's not just because you sacrifice doesn't mean you're a good person either. It's like this person wasn't doing it to be a good person in the beginning. They were doing it to, again, because they appeared so much stronger. They had an army behind them. They had people behind them, helping them run their shit or helping them collaborate to do something. Even having this karmic, like, do a lot of things in the background, made this person look stronger. So it's, again, they're realizing that as she got in, like, if you're gonna come to, they're gonna come to you, they better come with their character where it needs to be. They better come strong. And because they can't be talking to other people and having backup people to make them appear strong. Because that is not gonna fly. And they know that with you, not gonna fly at all. I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. And I told you that. That's what I'm saying, like that karmic, that those people, like whatever it is, like if it's one person, if it's 10 people, for again, collective reading, you take it, you again apply it the way it needs to be, but the person is being controlled, and like I said, but the jig is up because now they didn't recognize that they were being controlled before because they were so insecure. I feel abandoned. I often feel like others let me down because that's the betrayal. That's the betrayal. So again, what they're saying is like, oh my God, like these people, like I said, that like I trusted them. They were my friends. I thought that they were, I thought I could, or this karmic, I thought I could entrust them because we've been, co-creating together for a long time. Like we might not have be together physically, but I thought we were friends. I thought that we had a respect for each other, even though that things didn't work out. No, this person doesn't care about them. I feel like that the karmic wanted to be with them for a long time and that your person does not love them. And that's the issue. And so the karmic at this point is resentful and pretended like they were friends. We're like, well, I'll deal with it the way that I'll deal with it. But they didn't want to really be in a loveless connection. So they stayed for the money, they stayed for the control, they stayed for the benefits, but it was still an empty connection. There was still a lot of resentment there. That's why the connection is really ending, because it's been that way, but your person didn't see it. It's again, they didn't see it. It took them to like lose a lot, to lose you in order for them to actually see it. I'm looking for a way out of this situation so I can be free. They're plotting, they're strategizing, if you want to know where they are. Clear the illusion of the 5D world. Don't take everything at face value. There's a lot more going on spiritually and energetically than you can see. They're coming on their back to you. So you don't see them calling you. You don't see them coming towards you. You don't see them, but they're figuring a way out. They're figuring a way out to come back to you. I'm telling you, that's what they're gonna do. But they're gonna mainly seeking a way to get the fuck out of their situation. Because of that. Past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in one lifetime, and that makes me afraid that lose you again in this lifetime. So again, this person, again, there's a lot of deja vus. There's a lot of spiritual connection. I guess this person knows that this is a spiritual connection. And they probably did lose you in a past life. And that's why they're going through this situation now where they might lose you again if they don't, figure it out, get out of their situation. That's why they're like, I gotta get out. I'm looking for a way out. I'm looking for a way out. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. Okay, we're gonna end it there right there. We see it right there. Okay, like I said, I knew it. I knew that they were on their way back. I knew it. Um, Again, getting a lot of readings like that lately, like this, but I mean, for all different reasons, like twin flames coming again together at this time, possibly because, again, we are evolving into higher states of consciousness because of what's going on the planet. There's a spiritual war on consciousness happening. And so that's again good versus evil. And the war on consciousness, when we are insecure, we are open for dark spirits. We are open for the Jezebel spirit, a spirit that drinks, deceits, cheats, and creates a lot of pain, destruction, chaos, mayhem in its path. So, evolving means that we look at our own spiritual blocks. And this story, this person actually is like, didn't look at them. It was more like them wanting to leave. Your life inspired this person so much. You inspired this person. The connection inspired. And the karmic had never, they met their match. For so long, they were able to influence and manipulate. But when it's not real, again, eventually, even the longest of karmic contracts eventually get broken because the karmic debt is paid. And so I believe that your person paid the karmic debt, and they also had evolved due to whatever their situation was. So it's again, this is a divine connection. That's why this person's like, the 5D, the 5D, the 5D, the spiritual connection. I don't know if I'm good enough. It's again, everything to help this person evolve, because the divine's like, come on, come on, come on, come on. You got to lose those people. You got to lose that karma. You got to step it on up. You got to evolve. And your job is to bring that person to me, Spirit says. And that's through unconditional love. Make that person surrender their ego. Make them look at their spiritual blocks. Make them become a better version of themselves. And that's what this person is like. I don't know whether I'm good enough. Well, guess what? I'm going to try. That's what I see here. So we have to say, all right, so then what are you getting out of video, Virgo? I mean, the spiritual connections is not just one person benefits, two people benefit. So we see here, you are the catalyst that helps this person leave. It was you were the catalyst that made this person see the difference between manipulative and counterfeit, that pretends to be real, the Jezebel spirit, or unconditional love, soulmate twin flame, meaning I don't like you, you make me change, but I love you. But I love you to the point that I want to change. Big difference. Unconditional love always makes us change. Love makes us do things that we wouldn't normally do. It gives us courage where we don't have courage. And so this person's changing. Again, they're leaving a situation. So whether or not they, stay with you, it works out, whether you want to be with them or whether you don't, guess what? It doesn't matter. They've passed the test. They're leaving the situation. They're banking on themselves to say, no, this is my life. And I have to make myself happy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loved. And I can tell the difference. You don't love me. You love what I offer. but you don't love me and I deserve to be loved. And so that's why I said that the jig is up in that karmic and those people trying to manipulate and control it because they got so fearful because the love, the unconditional love was so strong that it made everyone crazy. That's what it took for your person to actually be like, wait a minute, I've been manipulated this whole time. Confusion. These are your inner child wounds. Again, we ask why you connected this person. So confusion and support, resilience, guidance, optimism. And I'm called to build just one more, and frustration. So frustration and confusion because there was no support or guidance growing up. So it made you very resilient. And again, a gift that you have is just to be an optimistic person. And I feel like because there was no real support or guidance, even though that we have to learn on our own, and we tend to, it affects our self-esteem because we perceive that life is so difficult when we have to do things on our own. So I feel like you get to help reparent this person. And I think because you're the guidance, the support is the fact that you had to give it to yourself. So you know how to do that within this realm. And so I feel like you reparent by helping to create awareness for this person. And again, to also understand the confusion growing up. I mean, when you're a child, and you don't feel like you're supported, it's confusing. And it's also frustrating because a lot of times you need your parents to help you. So, but what it does is it really creates a lot of havoc on the child's self-esteem. So I feel like, again, you didn't have those things. So the whole time that you were in separation from this person, again, that would trigger your abandonment because you already had abandonment. There was no support and there was no guidance. However, like I said, I feel like you're someone that's very spiritual. You're someone that reads a lot, is around spiritual people. So you've learned a lot and you've had to figure things out on your own, which made you very strong, very resilient. So I feel like you find gifts that you have. Also, sometimes it's not all the time that shadows are exposed. And you might say, well, why would you want to see gifts? Well, you want to see gifts because Spirit says that, well, I need you to see yourself differently. And if you always think that you're negative because there was no support, well, again, there wasn't support, there was no guidance, but look how resilient you became. Look at the good, look at how you help people work through their confusions and their problems in life, that you give them support. Look at how your optimism helps people. It helps people change. Those are gifts. You may not think that they're gifts, but they're gifts. And Spirit says, so I feel like reparenting allows you to see yourself differently, which allows you to fully transmute the negative energy. So it's almost like whatever this person's going through, maybe you went through it at one time. And so you're able to help this person out of that. Again, this person feels as if they can contribute to whatever it is that you're doing. So it's not like the person's just coming in and taking. They want equal give and take reciprocity. And so, and I feel like it's Spirit's way that's saying that twin flame relationships are all about transmuting the energy through the passion that they have for one another. And believe me, if this person is leaving, that crazy person, to the point that that crazy person is looking crazy, and they had disguised that they were never crazy, to the point that person trusted them, to the point that they wanted to help them and felt sorry for them and were manipulated by them, that they sacrificed for them because they felt that they, wanted to do the right thing before they went off and lived happily ever after. Well, like I said, it's made them again, like everyone's flipped out because they never saw it happening. So that's how powerful the connection is. So we know that unconditional love is the strongest energy, also through the act of creation. So the passion that you have for one another, and through the act of creation, that fire element is what, again, is the transmutation. And in that, your person lives a different life, right? Again, a whole other life. They're independent. They're no longer codependent. They are able to, thrive and really live more in alignment with their true self. And where you, again, will get the help and assistance, I'm sure, within business, and learn the other spiritual things that need to be integrated. Because if you didn't have support, then you don't really know what unconditional love is. You would feel like it's expectations. It doesn't come all the time. Believe me, through this separation, this person couldn't stop having feelings for you, and vice versa. They could feel it. Twin flame energy is that way. It's a very strong spiritual connection. It's a past life connection. So believe me, just because maybe you didn't talk for a year, maybe it was a few months, maybe it was a few years, this person, that energy is still very strong, because again, this is past lifetimes. This person's been with you for many, many, many lifetimes. Very strong spiritual connection. And as I said, it would have to be for them to have the courage to leave this situation and to follow through with it. Like I said, to go up against the evil forces that were manipulating them, for the evil forces to be exposed. All right, so one last card. Yes, Spirit, what other energy can we pull into this situation if we choose to be with this person, even if we don't choose to be with this person? Again, collective reading, twin flame relationship, usually people are. But either way, and Spirit says, joy. Like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So Spirit says, play like children. Play like children. Again, I brought this person into your life to actually bring you joy, bring each other joy. Yes, there is healing involved, but there's a lot of passion. And again, through the act of creating, you wind up learning those higher spiritual traits, characteristics, such as compromise, such as learning how to work together, such as forgiving, such as all these higher, again, consciousness. And also you are playing. You're learning about each other, learning about yourselves. That allows you to recondition those parts of yourselves who you perceive that you are, when that's not, again, who you are. Your situation doesn't tell you who you are, but a lot of times our situation does mold the way that we perceive that we are. So Spirit says you wouldn't be able to change that on your own. And you wouldn't probably even volunteer to do that, because healing doesn't feel good. So joy is going to help you do that. It's going to help you do that. The passion that you have for each other, the fun that you could create, again, all of it is going to help transmute those stubborn childhood wounds that come from abandonment, that come from not having support, that come from having a low self-esteem from not having support. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. I love you all. Thank you again for all your wishes and my blessings and helping me through this crazy time. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.